Hi Flosstube, it's me, Gleeza from Made with Glee. I am back for my third Flosstube video. I wanted to make a video back in January, but life happened. I wasn't able to. I had the flu. I'm finally better, and today is basically my first opportunity that I'm able to do this, so here I am. Now, since the last time you've seen me, I've had a few finishes and I started a few new projects, and I wanted to share with you what I'm working on. In my last video, I showed you I was working on Sue Hillis, Calories Don't Count in Christmas, and unfortunately I did not finish this in time for Christmas. Literally on Christmas Eve, I just had up to Christmas done. So this was done after Christmas. I have not framed it as of yet. I don't know what I want to do. Flat fold, pillow. I would love ideas, or of course I'm going to watch a bunch of you guys' videos and see how you've been finishing your stuff. So I may do something like that. But this is Sue Hillis, Calories Don't Count at Christmas, which I think is so cute. I mean, these cookies, and they're just so realistic, so adorable. Love, love, love Sue Hillis patterns. So this is done. I think I finished it in 2016, so I'm not going to count it as a 2017 finish. Also in 2016, I worked on the Pumpkin Passport Stitch Along from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I'm also not counting this one as a finish for 2017 because I believe I did finish this in 2016. And I made it into a pillow. And I know it comes a little bit close to the edges, but that's the size of fabric, and I didn't feel like framing it with anything else. So there's Let's Go on an Adventure. I think this is so cute. I absolutely love this particular design from them. I see this pillow every single day. My husband sees this pillow every single day, and hopefully it's a nice hint and reminder to him that we need to go on an adventure real soon. So that's my also 2016 finish. There was another finish that I missed showing you guys, also from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this was the 2015 Stitch Along. This was called Storytime Classics, and I apologize for the glare, but we know how this goes. I'm not too keen about this particular frame. I would like to put it in something maybe a little bit more ornate. I think it would look better with some scroll work, but this is what I had at the time, so I stuck it in. And yeah, I'm lazy. I haven't gotten around to looking for a replacement yet. But this is Storytime Classic, finished like in the very beginning of 2016. Now for 2017, pretty much I haven't finished much. The only thing I have finished is this, and this is a design from a book by Donna Cooler, 55 Best Gifts, or I don't remember, and I don't have the book nearby. So if anyone wants to know where this particular pattern came from, feel free to leave me a message, a comment, and I'll let you know. But it is a Donna Cooler pattern, and I stitched this on a piece of 11 count 8 o'clock that I just happened to have lying around, and it was done with excuse me, it was done in three strands of DMC 347, and basically it says the best is yet to be. Myself and my husband's initials are up there. He's the J, I'm the G. And this is really my first fully finished object of 2017. Now, what have I been working on? Oh man. What can I say? You guys are definitely enablers. Sometimes I do have FOMO, fear of missing out. There are certain things that I would love to stitch. I want to stitch. I see you guys do it, and but no. I still am working on the projects that I showed you, but I'm only going to show you the ones that I've actually made some sort of progress on. I pretty much put like 100 stitches on everything that I've shown you, but so like the big 11 count Chinese kit, I mean 100 stitches on that, it doesn't show like I did anything, so it's not worth me pulling it out. Starting with my oldest project. This is To Everything There's a Season. It's a stamped cross-stitch kit, which I told you guys I did not like stamped cross-stitch. But since I've had this forever, it's as old as my kids, I wanted to get it done. So I am working on winter during winter, so I do have up until March, what is it, 21st to finish this. So I did put a few stitches. I did the white and started on the cottage. So that is being worked on. Also, I showed you the last time that I am doing Liz Almond's Box of Delights, and I've added another box in. So we have 3 boxes completed. Yes, this is a pattern of 6 blocks. Each block contains 6 little motifs. So I've finished 3 and I have 3 more to go, and I love black work. I get caught up when I start doing it. Like I mean, I don't want to stop until it's finished. So it tends to go fairly quickly. I just sometimes tend to not want to stitch on it for I don't know what reason. But I did work on it in January. It hasn't been in my rotation for February's yet, but now that I see it, I do want to work on it. What else have I worked on? Excuse me for the bending down and getting out of your view all the time, but this is how it's gonna have to go. There was a baby sampler that I was working on, and let me get that out to show you. This is Janlin Baby. The baby was due in January. He actually came very early. He arrived in December, so I am no longer in a rush to finish this. My nephew will get it by his first birthday, I'm sure. He got enough gifts from me, so but the mom knows this is coming, and I'm just gonna take my time. His birthday, yeah, it'll be done. But I would like to get this done definitely before summer, before I actually go physically visit him. Then I'll go take this. So it's coming along very slowly. Being it's a baby sampler that I'm not keeping, I guess the interest to work on it isn't there. But guess what? I'm gonna be an auntie again, so there is another baby sampler in my future. As soon as this one is done, I'll have to start making another one because all my nieces and nephews have one, so gotta do it. I keep saying I'm so sorry, and I keep saying I'm sorry. Nerves. Okay, what else? So January 2017, you guys all know this is going on. This is the Happily Ever After Stitch Along from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I have January completed, and I have started on February, but not done yet. But it's so much fun, and it's so quick and easy that I think I can whip this up, get February done within a night or 2. So I'm not worried about having that completed before the next installment for March comes out. Also, there is another stitch along that I decided I wanted to participate in because, oh yeah, it has been a while. You guys, Christmas was good to me. I did get a lot of stitchy related stuff. One of the things that I got was this box of variegated DMC. very pretty colors. I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. Um, but I saw ConnieGDesigns.com is offering a stitch along. It's free, but of course, you know, you can buy one of her patterns to support her cause or make a donation. I have like at least 4 of her patterns that I wanted from her Etsy shop that I want to do, but you see all these things I'm working on, so one thing at a time. So this is Connie G Designs Rainbow Stitch Along, and I decided to do this one using the different color DMCs. So I'm using all black for the border, and in the center of each design that's going to come out monthly, I'm using one of the variegated DMCs. So this is January's. I already have February's pattern, which I have not started. When I finish with my pumpkins installment, then I will work on Connie G's. That's a fun one. I like the mandala thing. I think it's going to be beautiful with all the different colors. So that's stitch along that I'm working on. There is another stitch along I wanted to do, but I'm waiting for fabric. My project bag, made from fabric, my husband brought back for me from Australia. One of my early Christmas gifts. This stitch along is a 2017 Linen and Threads mystery sampler. And I plan on doing this on a really big piece of Aida cloth. I kind of like doing these designs that are charted for smaller count fabric on 14 count. I like the enlarged big look. I don't know. So however it comes out, it comes out. But I'm waiting for a large piece of Aida to arrive, and I'm gonna do it in, there's 2 colors here, DMC 3777 and 919. I think I'm gonna alternate between these 2 colors to do the Linen and Threads mystery sampler when I get my fabric. So this is gonna be a start at some point. I'm just simply waiting for fabric to arrive. I keep saying I'm so. Besides that, I have a niece, an adorable 3-year-old niece that calls me on FaceTime 2 or 3 times a week, and whenever she calls me, I'm always stitching, and she always wants to see me stitching, and she wants to know what I'm doing, and she's so smart and so curious. And I love that I can have these FaceTime conversations with her while I'm stitching and show her a little progress here and there. So I decided to do a project strictly when she calls me. So this is Sew to Stitch World Collection, and I am stitching up this little Indian girl. If you didn't know, I am of Indian descent. So this little Indian girl, I'm going to stitch it up for her, and I only stitch on it when we're on the phone. So however long it takes for us to get through this, you know, however many conversations, we'll put in a few stitches and we'll talk our way through getting this done. I told her I was going to do her name. She has picked out her list of the colors she wants her name done in for each letter. So I'm going to do it. You know, it's fun to talk to her as we're doing this together, and you know, we go through the colors and things like that. So that's what I'm also working on. I don't count that as one of my projects. That's just something I do on the phone. New year, new start. Remember that aunt I told you about that she goes and rescues cross stitch from thrift shops? Well, she is the only one like I really care to make presents for, and her entire house is full of like Japanese and Chinese artwork, the Asian ladies, geishas, however you say it. But that's her whole entire decor. And I always make fun of her. I'm like, you have no men in your house. Like, there's no man in your life. All you have is these women on the wall. So she's like, well, you need to make me a man or find me a man. So I decided that I was going to try to do it for her birthday, but that's not happening. So I decided I'm finding her man. And I am going to stitch up Samurai for her Christmas gift. This is Dimensions Gold Collection. I think it's called Mighty Samurai. And I started this on January 1st. And that's where I am as of right now. So I enjoy it, but it is 18 count. And my eyes are going. I started wearing glasses last year, so it's going to be interesting. But that's what we're doing for my aunt, for her Christmas gift. Now, another project that I am working on, I don't want to get emotional. Okay. January 31st was 7 years since my grandmother passed away. My grandmother raised me from the time I was like a month old. I lived with her pretty much most of my life until my late teens. Then we were like apart for like 3 or 4 years, and then I left New York and I moved down to be close to her. So she is my mom. So she passed away 7 years ago. January is a tough month for me. It's my birthday month. It's the month that she passed. My husband's birthday, nephew's birthday. It's just crazy. It's like right after the holidays, and it gets all intense, and I go through all these emotions and everything. But when my grandmother passed away, I made quilts from her dresses for all of my aunts. And I always said I was going to make one for myself, and I have all these fabrics and, you know, from her dresses that I kept. But I haven't gotten around to it. I don't know why. I get emotional every time I go look at the box to pull out a fabric. I mean, I did it for my aunts. I did all the quilts for them without a problem, but now it's the one for me, and I get crazy. So I decided that I'm just going to go cross-stitch something in her memory. And what I will be doing... And I'm sorry I keep bending down. And I'm sorry I keep apologizing. I'm sorry I keep apologizing for apologizing. So I'll be working on Riolis, Iris. My grandmother's name was Iris, but this is all I have done. This was started January 31st. And whenever I have a chance, you know, or whenever I feel her presence or I miss her, I will just pull that out and I will work on it. I did want to share something I made. This bear is made from one of my grandmother's flannel nightgowns. And for anyone who has, you know, you've lost a loved one and you don't know like how to or what to do with their stuff, I do recommend, like, if you know someone, if you can sew, make quilts, stuffed animal, bears, whatever. Just out of one piece of their clothing, something that reminds you of them. It's definitely served as comfort to me. Like I said, I don't want to get emotional. So this is my Nani bear. I call my grandmother Nani. So this is Nani bear, made out of one of my grandmother's flannel nightgowns that I love very, very much. So, yeah, okay. So, new starts, new year. Okay, yeah, I decided also to go, okay, and I'm going to be out of your view for 1 minute because I have to go grab something that fell all the way over there. So, hold on 1 second. I'm here. Sorry, did you get to see my messy room? Okay. So, here we go. My husband was in Australia right before Christmas, and I guess you Australians have a sale at your, what's that store called? Lincraft. So he happened to be there, and he said like there was like nothing, he couldn't find much, but he bought me this kit. It's a Lanarte kit, and I think he said he got it 50% off of whatever price it was listed there in Australian dollars. So it was a deal, but he got this, and I think it's gorgeous, and I have so many other projects that I'm working on that I'm not really going to work on it until I finish some of the other things, but I did wanted to open it and touch the fabric, and I put a few stitches in. I don't know, what is this fabric, if it's even weave or, and I can't see, so I'm sorry. But this is one of my Christmas gifts that I got that I absolutely love, and I will be stitching this. Now, okay, on tangent, I wanted to, in the beginning of this year, I wanted to go into this whole, you know, new year, new me, new whatever, what can we change, what can we do, how do we make our lives better, you know how we all go through this stuff in the beginning of the year. So I decided to, you know, check the feng shui of my bedroom, and I do believe in that whole alignment, vibe, spirituality, but just the energy flows, and, you know, you could, certain things can allow energy to come in while certain things can block energy, and so just check the little layout of my bedroom and all that stuff, which everything was good. I'm not in a direct pathway of the door, you know, there's all these little different things that you do to feng shui your bedroom for the best. But one of the things I wasn't too aware about, or I didn't pay much attention to, was the artwork in the bedroom. And I told you guys I'm into water carrying ladies, and the artwork I had in my room, in our bedroom, was pretty much all these various women carrying water, but they were all single women depicted like a singular woman in a picture. I had multiple of them, but they were all like single women doing things. And the feng shui thing that I was reading, it said, you know, you should really depict things to show balance in your relationship. So like when you put your bed, when you lay out your bed, you have a end table on both sides, a lamp on both sides, and it helps not just balance the room and the energy in the room, it also balances out your relationship. So you should look at the wall art the same way, like things that has to do with love and pairs, couples. So he didn't know that, but being that this was a couple, I decided that this is going to be stitched for my bedroom, and I cannot talk today. The best is yet to be. That one has a pair of birds. So I pulled out all of the single pictures of single people or singular activities that didn't reflect that particular emotion in our room, and I am working on replacing the artwork in the room. So everything that I will be doing in the room will be either pairs or a couple or things that reminisce or remind us of love. The things that, you know, the things you want to keep in your relationship. So I'll be working on that. Also, new start this year. An enabler, you guys. I love watching you stitch Death by Cross Stitch. I absolutely adore Long Dog Sampler, all the patterns. I've always wanted to stitch Heir Apparent. I don't know why. I guess I was born in the year of rabbit, and I really like that particular design. But I love how you guys are going along with Death by Cross Stitch, and I decided I wanted to do something similar, and I was definitely going to do a Long Dog. but I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do Heir Apparent or Castles in the Air. I love this. Oh my gosh. So yes, we decided to go with Castles in the Air instead of Heir Apparent, and it's just a tiny start. It's not a priority. I'll work on it whenever my other projects do come first. The Baby Sampler, Samurai, and of course my stitch-alongs get priority every month. And then I'll work on everything else whenever the mood strikes. Now for Castles in the Air, I decided to dye my own fabric. And it could have went this way. And I do it because, you know, like the design is very symmetrical. It's like half-half. So, I mean, I could have stitched it this way. But then Castles in the Air, I decided to go with the blue on the top and like the greenish yellow, blue, green on the bottom. So that's my start in Castles on the Air. Like I said, it's not a priority. I'll work on it whenever. But it is a new start for 2017. Heids. I showed you the last time, World Travel Bookshelf, which I'm doing 2 over 125 count. The fabric that, I guess it's Magic Guide that Heaven and Earth sells. That's where I got it from. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm still not done with a page on that one. It's just so confetti heavy. Like every 2-3 stitches I have to change colors. So it's slow going. I will work on it, but I'm not in love with it. And I love the pattern. I love the design of the World Travel Bookshelf. I would love to finish it. I am not in love with stitching it. Yeah. But I did tell you I had a second Haid, and I finally did start it. And this one is definitely working out a lot better. Oh, by the way, Tricia, the left-handed stitcher, made these scroll rod holder things in one of her older tutorials. I didn't have her cool paracord thingy, so it's just ribbon and it's just like a tube. But it keeps my scroll frame, and this is a pretty long one. Found on Amazon for 20 bucks. This long, big, giant scroll frame. I think it's an American Dream. $20. Seriously, guys, check Amazon like often. You would be surprised some of the things that just randomly pop up to be cheaper than they normally are. I don't know how stuff gets priced and how things are done, but yeah, Amazon. So this is the pattern. It is called Ganesha, and it's by Brigid Ashwood. And this is a page, which is a partial page finish. The page itself, I mean, a page is finished, but the page was only a partial page. And I'm now working on the second page. And this is being done 2 over 1 on 18 count Aida. So it's a lot easier for me to work with because, like I told you, I'm like losing. I started wearing glasses last year, so the 18 count is definitely better. It's not as confetti heavy. I mean, there's solid blocks of color, so I'm able to stitch it without getting frustrated. Like, oh damn, I have to change colors again. So that is pretty much what I've been doing or working on. I did work on Water Carrier, the 11 count, but again, not enough to show you anything. I stitched a couple stitches on the World Travel Bookshelf. Again, not enough to show you anything. Any of my other Christmas projects, I had that Cruel kit with the gnomes and the word joy. I did stitch a little bit more on it, right during the Christmas time frame, but right at January 1st, I didn't feel like doing anything Christmassy for a while, and I did want to do more ornaments this year, but I just don't want to think Christmas, so I'm not going to work on that yet. What else? Okay. 30 minutes. Oh, this is going longer than I wanted to go, but I'm going to talk really fast. So, know your needlework. Let's go through that really quickly. Again, my name is Gleeza, Gleeza. My mom claims she made my name up. She used the letters of all her best friends' names and came up with my name. I think I've met two, and I haven't even met them, but like I've heard of 2 other Gleezas in the entire world. So, unique, I guess it is. So that's my name. Where do I live? I live in Broward County, South Florida. I guess you would call that the Fort Lauderdale area. We are north of Miami, south of West Palm Beach. What do I do for a living? Right now, I'm a housewife. I stay-at-home mom. In my other life, I was a travel agent. Worked for various cruise lines and cruise companies. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much travel industry, customer service, that kind of stuff. That's what I used to do in my previous life. Other hobbies: knit, paint, cake decorate, draw, beading. You name it. I want to do it. I try it. I like it. But like hobbies, things I do on a regular basis, definitely knit, crochet, sew, quilt. I like to sew. Yeah. So those are other hobbies. Kids, yes, two sons, 18 and 20. They're both in college, both very good boys, no complaints. I'm glad I made it through the whole teenage year thing. Pets, we had hamsters when my boys were younger. No other pets. Hamsters and fishes we used to have when they were much younger. But once they got older and activities and where we live wasn't conducive to having a pet, so never happened. My son still is up to this today, or he was talking about getting a dog, so we'll see. We may have a pet in the future, but right now, no. Favorite movie? I have lots, but one of my favorite movies of all time is Princess Bride. Love that movie. I've watched it a million times. Of course, all the Harry Potters. I like Bollywood. I don't know if you guys have Netflix, and if they have Bollywood movies on Netflix, they do have subtitles. I don't speak Hindi. I don't understand Hindi, but I do watch Hindi movies because they have subtitles, and I read it, and it's great. And I love Indian music. I love Bollywood music, and they're pretty much musical love stories. There's always some sort of conflict. Boy meets girl. Parents don't like the boy, parents don't like the girl, whatever the reason. You know, there's always some conflict, love story, happy ending, sad ending, whatever. So I watch a lot of Bollywood movies. So if you guys can check out one, that would be great. You'd like that. I think if you like musicals, you'll enjoy it. Dancing and stuff like that's great. Favorite TV show? I don't have a favorite TV show. I watch TV, not too often, not on a regular basis. My guilty pleasure is when my husband is not around because he doesn't want to watch it with me, is any show that has to do with finding Bigfoot, hunting Bigfoot, killing Bigfoot, searching for Bigfoot, UFOs, alien adventures, alien whatever, ghost hunters, ghost adventures, paranormal. That's the kind of show I like to watch. Another guilty pleasure is the show Snapped. That's the one where women snap and they murder people. I love that show. Criminal Minds. I used to be into all the CSIs, but, you know, I'm no longer into that. Game of Thrones, of course, I love that. I like the books a lot. If you're a reader, I definitely recommend the books. I think they're so much better than the show. I mean, the show is on its own. It's in its own complete separate realm. They separated a while ago. So the books are great. The show is also good. I enjoy both. What else? TV shows. I mean, I don't like reality TV. Anything. I like comedy. I like stand-up comedy. I like stuff like that. Favorite book? No favorite book. I read tons of books. Yeah, I don't have a favorite book. I listen to a lot of audiobooks when I stitch and when I knit. And for you guys who do Audible, I recommend checking out Ken Follett's, the author is Ken Follett, I forgot the name of the book now, of course. Pillars of the Earth, and there's another one. They're like 30 hours and they're great. And of course, you could do the Game of Thrones series on there too. It's also great. I like long books. There's one that's like 60 hours. If you like vampire stories and paranormal stuff, you'll love it. Like Anthology of the Vampire. Oh my gosh, great. Short stories, but so many hours. And you can just stitch away into your heart content while you listen to Audible. So, a lot of Audible stuff. The last book I listened to on Audible was Tesser, The Last Dragon. Is it a young adult? I'm not sure, but it was good. It was a good story. I liked it. One word that describes me best. Insane. Simple as that. I do what I want when I want. I tend to have a very loose filter. Whatever. Fair warning, I did mention you guys I'm on Instagram, and you can feel free to follow me on Instagram, but be aware that is my personal Instagram. It has nothing, it's not strictly dedicated to cross stitch. It is me and all of my everything, and that's it. Favorite whips and finishes? I have no favorites of anything. I like everything I do. I like what I do when I do it. That's it. Next thing, really quickly, knitting. The sweater that I am wearing. For you guys who knit, I highly recommend this particular sweater. It's a stripy sweater that I made. It's the pattern is called $5 in Paris, and then you can find it on Ravelry. It's a really good pattern for beginner knitters trying their first getting into apparel. So it's a really good sweater. One thing I do recommend, go smaller on the needle size for the yoke, for the ribbing, because it tends to be a little loose and it will fall. My ribbon, I guess I made it big, but hey, that's fine. I'd rather it be big on me than too tight. So, but this was my first sweater that I made. Ravelry, $5 in Paris, and literally it's I used 2 skeins of Karen Simply Soft, and bought on sale. It was $5. January, what did I do? I started, and I am literally halfway through. I have to add my second ball of yarn on, but I am working on, and I nearly dropped my glasses. I am working on the Hitchhiker's scarf. Oh my gosh. It has 42 points. If you watch the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the answer to everything is 42. There are 42 points. I'm at 21, so I'm halfway there. I do plan on finishing this scarf before the month is over. Also, in January, the other thing I knitted. Yep, you got it. It's a pink pea hat. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Oh, I am so sorry. Sarah, Little Snips, I almost forgot you, but I didn't. I did work on the table runner. I finished two of them. So we are on this, actually 3. I need to backstitch. So we're on the 4th one. So I'm hanging in there with you, Sarah. We can get this done. I'm dreading starting this cornucopia thing. I don't like stamped cross stitch, but this is something that's as old as my kids, so I want to get it done, and we'll get it done. So that's all that I have been working on since you last saw me. I don't know when I'll do my next video. I won't be doing like regular updates or anything. I'll just post a video when I have something to share with you guys. I think that is it. Stitching. I showed you everything, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Other than that, have a wonderful stitchy rest of the month. I'm enjoying watching your videos and seeing what you guys are working on. You've had some great finishes, and you guys are, what is that thing called? Stitch from Stash and all those things. By the way, I'm not in any Facebook groups, or I'm not, just on Instagram and now doing these floss tubes. I don't really do internet. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Facebook is evil. So I haven't been on Facebook since like January of last year, since my last birthday. So, by the way, my birthday was January. I turned 43. So, yeah. Another year. Anyway, this is like a rambling crazy video. If I don't post this, I'm never gonna do it. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I can't believe that you want to watch me again, but hey, cool. Thank you. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Just beware. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's quite okay with me. So if you enjoy what I do and you like my videos, and I thank you, and if not, oh well, I like you guys' stuff, so I will be around. I will try to comment. I'm getting out of my shell. I'm finding all you guys who I've been watching but haven't been subscribing to. I'm subscribing. I have like so many subscriptions, it's crazy. But I am watching your videos, and I will see you again sometime in the near future. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the month. Bye, everyone.